Redo everything! I'm done. Wake you up! Oh man. Why even in my dreams I'm trying to control everything? The thirst of control used to be my main issue when I was a student. Unfortunately, it drains you and ruins the quality of life. When we try to control everything, we waste our energy on things we cannot change. And with the result, anxiety, burnout, and conflicts. It's a trap. It feels like control will bring peace, but in reality, it only adds stress. Back in student days, I suffered a lot from anxiety. My hands would shake, I worried about grades, and I was deeply concerned about the state of the world. I was terrified to ask for help, fearing people would laugh at me. This only worsened my anxiety. At some point, I couldn't handle the emotional burden anymore, and I knocked on the college psychologist's door. And I don't regret it. If you are experiencing anxiety or any other issues affecting your quality of life, don't be afraid to seek help. We all know that to solve a problem, we first have to admit it exists. It took me a long time to recognize my need to control everything as an issue. Why do people hate each other? So many problems could be solved if people just understood each other. Tell me, can you influence other people's thinking or thoughts? Theoretically, if I waved a magic wand, there is no magic in our world. Can you in this world influence others' thinking or thoughts? No. Then why do you stress about it? Because it bothers me. My psychologist would always explain that there is my zone of influence, like my surrounding, my goals, or the YouTube videos I choose to watch. And then there's everything outside of it, like others people, the past or future, or the laws of physics. But I didn't want to accept this. It felt like losing the ground beneath my feet and my sense of safety. Why is it necessary to let go of control? Because the sooner we realize we can't change certain things, the faster we shift our focus to what we can change, saving our energy in the process. For me, my zone of influence includes my hair, although to be honest, not always. I can cut it, dye it, style it, or my gadgets, phone wallpapers, folder names. It's not just my zone of influence, it's my territory. I can't change world events by reading the news, but I can easily ruin my mood for the entire day doing so. Instead, I can create videos that can help others. Despite the huge progress I've made, I still find my need for control creeping in, even in my subconscious. Recently, I had a weird dream. Everything was illogical. Character appeared out of nowhere. Events jumped randomly. At one point, I thought, what is this nonsense? Where's the logic? Who even wrote the script? A monkey? Hey, don't blame me! And instead of enjoying or simply observing the dream, I started editing it. Maybe it's professional deformation. I'm still a writer, even on vacation. I edit scenes, changed dialogues, and tried to make the plot more logical. I got so lost in editing that I didn't even notice when I woke up. Have you seen the spin-off of Inside Out, Dream Production? I imagine my head looked something like this. Yeah, great, now Maria is in wedding dress floating in the sea. What a nonsense is this? If I have a wedding dress, I'm supposed to have a groom. And while I am underwater, shouldn't I have fins? Redo everything. It's her again. When will it end? No, seriously, I don't see the logic. This is Dream Hollywood, not a script writing studio. Here, imagination runs wild. I'm done. Wake you up. The urge to control everything is something many of us struggle with. We want everything to go according to plan, to be perfect. But the problem is, life isn't a script where every detail can be planned out. When we get too caught up in controlling everything, we lose spontaneity, the joy of the moment, and even ourselves. Sometimes control becomes so obsessive, it seeps into our dreams. So, how to let go of control? First, accept what you can't control. As I mentioned earlier, we need to acknowledge that some things are beyond our control. Instead, take a piece of paper and write down what is within your control. List everything, from your phone's wallpaper to text of your books or fanfictions. Knowing your zone of influence is already a progress. Accepting what you can't control will make your life much calmer. Second, learn to trust the process. There will always be things in life you can't predict or change, and that's okay. Sometimes it's better to let events unfold naturally and live life as a novel. Spoilers ruin movies or books, don't they? The butler did it! Who asks you anyway? Next, ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen if you let go of control? Think through the most absurd scenarios. What do you don't remind your friend about the exam? She might miss it, fail, get expelled, and end up homeless. How likely is that? It's probably not going to happen. Find joy in spontaneity. Sometimes the best ideas and moments are born out of chaos. Even our universe came from chaos. Who knows, if you take a new road to school or work, you might find a new favorite cafe or meet a new friend. You never know. And if you try to control everything, paradoxically, you might miss out on a lot. You don't have to control everything. Life is more exciting when there's room for an unexpected. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next or previous video. Bye bye, see you later.